The Battle Royale genre has made its stamp on the gaming industry, with some clear frontrunners leading the pack. In 2021, one of these BR titles remains at the top, and it's also added a fast-paced new arena mode.
Man, I can't stand this one. Nice. Oh, so good. Push? Yeah, push.
I'm down.
He's dead.
He's got gold shield. Got it, man. Got it. Nice.
GG.
Got it.
Yes, well done.
We're the Bullet Sponges, and we are back with another Play or Pass, where we jump into co-op and multiplayer games and give you our thoughts on whether they're worth playing or not really worth your time. And if you feel like joining myself and Nex for more co-op reviews and Let's Plays, we'd love to have you as a subscriber to join us each week as we review and play through all sorts of different titles. And if you hadn't already have guessed, today we're jumping into the world of Battle Royale with Apex Legends, the free-to-play first-person shooter that's set in the same science fiction universe as the Titanfall series. Apex released in 2019, and with almost no marketing, it hit the Battle Royale market as a surprise, but for most people it was a good one. Those of you familiar with the Titanfall games will be familiar with the weapons and the playstyle, and those of you familiar with games like PUBG or Call of Duty Warzone will be familiar with the drop, loot and shoot gameplay. Whether you choose to play solo or in teams of 2 or 3, you'll have to jump into the map alongside your competitors. You'll need to find armor, weapons, attachments and equipment to both help you survive and take down your enemies, ultimately to be crowned champion. One of the biggest additions to the game since launch came with Season 9, and this is the Arena Mode, a fast-paced 3v3 team deathmatch in which players fight to be the first to win 3 rounds. This new mode has players buy loadouts with set amount of currency, and then descend into small arena-sized maps. Now in its 9th season, Apex Legends has had its fair share of updates, adding new heroes, weapons, maps and skins. It's been a long time since Nex and I have jumped into Apex, so we jumped in 2021 to let you know if it's a play or a pass.
Although you may think the honeymoon period for the Battle Royale genre is long gone, Apex Legends seems to have stood out as a mainstream title, with a well-regarded game engine, lore backed up by multiple successful titles, and big updates keeping the gameplay fresh. Visually, it's the perfect example of modern-day detail that plays well on the full range of PC specs, opting for bright colours and clearly definable features within the environment, where all attachments and armour are nicely colour-coded into quality tiers, and weapons and ammo coloured by type. Character movement is uniquely in a league of its own, and although may not be certain people's cup of tea, it's the most fluid and responsive we've come across. For example, sprinting is infinite, jumping into objects causes you to climb on top of them, and you can slide down declines for days. There's a fantastic ping system too, to communicate where enemies have been spotted, where you plan to go next, or any items that you come across that your team might be interested in. Each legend has a unique passive, as well as normal and ultimate ability. Season 9 welcomes the new legend Valkyrie, whose passive allows her to jetpack around, normal ability to shoot a swarm of rockets, and an ultimate to carry herself and her teammates to a different location. Currently she seems incredibly strong, but we'll have to see how the meta plays out as to whether she needs tuning. Weapon types come in 7 varieties, with ammo types that spill into multiple categories, like the Wingman pistol and Hemlock assault rifle, both using heavy ammo for example. Each weapon has a range of attachment options like different sights, larger magazines and barrel stabilizers, and to complement your arsenal, there are a range of additional gear like armor, mobile respawn beacon, grenades and more. A new addition to Season 9 is the bow, which uses arrows as a new ammo type. The bow feels great to use, is really accurate and has high damage per shot. The premise of Apex Legends has always been your textbook modern day Battle Royale, where you can queue up solo, duo or as a trio. All 60 players must jump from a ship to a location of their choice on the map, with Season 9 switching between the newly updated Olympus and World's Edge. From here, players who are equipped with nothing have to start scrambling and looting the area in preparation for hunting each other down, as the outside of the map closes in at regular intervals, squeezing the remaining survivors closer together until the last team is standing. GG. Within the map itself, you might come across a replicator where you can spawn predefined loot from materials collected, reducing some of the random elements to looting. And you also get some RNG options, for example by opening canisters, finding this robot, or care packages that drop around the map. Games range from about 5 to 30 minutes depending on how long you can survive. Other than skill level, this will be dependent on whether you drop in hot zones, where there are better loot as more people will be dropping there, or at a secluded edge of the map where you can slowly loot and engage in fights on your terms. Newly added to Season 9, we also have the hotly anticipated 3v3 arena, where players can engage directly in combat with a really interesting round system. In the arena, there's no respawn, but you can help your teammates when downed. Teams start at opposite sides of a small map, which has supply bins containing health and shield kits, a care package with weapons, and canisters for collecting materials for your team. These materials are spent in the buying stage before each round, where you can buy weapons, attachments, consumables, ultimate and extra charges for your character's ability. The number of base material you get goes up each round, increasing with canisters that you collect and kills that you get. You are also provided by default with a helmet and armor that is automatically upgraded as you progress through the rounds. For us, the time to complete a game is not dissimilar to that of the Battle Royale, due to the number of rounds you could potentially be playing. The aim is to be first to 3 wins. However, you must win by a 2-round lead, meaning you can play up to round 9, where a sudden death is played out as a decider. Arena has honestly been some of the most fun we've had in an FPS in a long time. The action is quick, there are still loads of tactical elements, and you can select the specific weapons you like depending on preference. Apex isn't without its customization options, which have become more and more comprehensive as time has moved on. The store is full of cosmetic options that you can purchase for real money, as well as a battle pass which, if completed, awards enough currency to buy the next pass without real money. And there are methods to earn a modest amount of Apex Pack loot boxes, or purchase them with real money for the occasional dopamine hit. All in all, what can we say? We do enjoy jumping in. It can be frustrating at times, especially when you've spent a short while collecting loot only to be wrecked by better players, feeling a little like time was wasted. But that is a product of any BR and something you must accept when deciding to play. And with a ranked mode for the BR and one on the way for the new arena mode, there are certainly a lot of reasons to give this one a try.
Apex Legends has always been near the top of our list for Battle Royale titles, and we hold it in high regard for a number of different reasons. Graphically, the game looks amazing, it runs great, and the gunplay feels responsive and satisfying. We feel like Respawn have really done an amazing job, and the polish and refinement of Apex speaks to the talent of the dev team. The game design itself is much like other Battle Royale titles. You drop from an aircraft, you loot equipment, and then you go around shooting your enemy. However, the addition of unique heroes and skills adds a dynamic that's not seen in games like PUBG or Warzone. And this added dynamic helps to keep skill ceilings high and games feeling fresh and exciting. And when you combine these hero skills with the gunplay, the fluid movement, and the varied environment, you can get yourself into some really fun little encounters. And on the subject of encounters, the 3v3 arena mode is just good solid fun. We only really jumped into the arena mode to see what it was about, but we ended up playing game after game just because it was so much fun. For me, this game mode really was some of the most fun I've had in a first-person shooter for a while. Essentially, it takes the heated gunfights from the Battle Royale mode and focuses them into a really short, snappy space of time, making a really interesting new way to play the game. Overall, we gave Apex Legends a 4.5 out of 5. And for us, it's a clear play. If you haven't played the game or it's been a little while since you last jumped in, I think this is a great one to jump into. Let us know in the comments what you think of the game or whether or not you agree with our review. We're the Bullet Sponges, and we will see you in the next one.